one more time into this kind of range. Multiple times rejected from the 22 moving average. That is a potential target. Guys, today I have unfortunately some really bad news because I believe there will be one more drop before we go up. But this drop is a massive trap, and I will show you how low we potentially go from here, and from where I will take a massive long position. Let's go. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in here once again. I'm still coughing like crazy here sometimes. It's really annoying. But let's jump directly into the charts here. The DXY is going down, and surprisingly Bitcoin is not doing a lot while the DXY is going down, which nobody really likes, you know. So but I'm gonna tell you later something, and you should really pay close attention to that here. So the good thing is that the DXY got rejected from this resistance area, now resistance, prior support, and is retesting the underlying support area from 101 to 100 points. If we can manage to break into this level and start breaking below that, Bitcoin will definitely have a reaction to that, to the upside. I still believe that there is one more drop coming for Bitcoin. And why do I believe that? So first of all, weekly chart is it's not looking really good here. Let's be honest. We got now multiple times rejected from the 22 moving average. We are below the support area here from 57,000 to 59,400. So actually need to make this red here. Also the stochastic RSI gave us here a sell signal. I still believe that over the next 2 weeks that will turn out to be a fake out. On the shorter term outlook, this is of course not really bullish. The only bullish thing that I see here is that in this candle formation, in these current two candles, that this could still become a Morningstar pattern if next week's candle is pushing here to the upside, like dramatically. How could that potentially be happening? Job numbers, CPI data coming out on the 12th, first day next week, that could push us up here. But let's be honest, CPI data usually did not hear that much to the upside. So they must be insane, the CPI numbers. Like off the charts good that we would get a push like that to the upside. Otherwise, I'm not seeing it happening, and it could take another week. Also on the daily chart, the golden cross has also moved on. If we would still get a golden cross here this month, it will not happen before around the FOMC meeting or slightly after it, but also only if Bitcoin can come up here and move above $59,600 in the next 4 or 5 days and actually stay there. Only then the 50 moving average will slightly turn around, and then we are primed to get a golden cross by the end of the month. So which is, again, it's not the end of the world if we get it by end of the month, and from here move above $65,000 and start then breaking into new all-time highs. But in the meantime, we need to be prepared that we potentially come all the way back down here one more time into this kind of range here. So, and why can we still come down into this range here? Can actually go lower. I'm going to show you why. Here, down there, this area here, there's still an imbalance. Technically, here is still an imbalance that we could come down to. Also, here is an imbalance in this candle. So technically, here is a lot of leftovers in the order book that were never touched. But I don't believe that we will actually come back to like $46,000 and break that low from here. I don't see that. So, but $52,000, $54,300. Yes, guys. That is a potential target here, guys. This could be a potential target. So here's also an imbalance here, but this imbalance got filled. This one here, a lot of people are neglecting this one, and this could be the target to the downside here. And that, if we get it, it will break this low over here, this low over here, and will scare the shit out of people because they see this, it's a market structure broken. Downtrend. We are still going down until the end of the year. Nobody will, or at least not a lot of people will come out and say, hey, this might be the final move and is a trap before we are now reversing and doing something like this. So that is just a scenario that I want you to have on the map just in case that it's going to happen, because it would be in alignment also with the parallel downwards moving channel here to hit the bottom of it one more time. So by hitting the bottom here of it, we would here on a daily time frame actually not break the $49,000 low here, which would on a daily time frame still then create a higher low and change the structure back into a massive uptrend potentially. Be aware of that. Now, since we are below that support area here, that $52,000 might become reality one last time. And for that specific reason, I have set limit orders from 53,000 all the way down to $52,000. So I've placed here layers of multiple orders, make sure that I get filled when we get here a monster wick like this here one more time to the downside, come back up, and then go up for good. So you will know that this was a trap and the final move once we are breaking, I would not even say that high. No, actually, yes. So once we are breaking $65,000, once we are breaking this lower high here, you have, and we are going higher than this one, there you have your confirmation that this down here was a trap. But this is, of course, a really, really big move here in between to get your confirmation. I would take the risk and opening positions all the way down here if we are that lucky and get that move here and go up from there. Other way how I'm looking at this is that we fill this wick here all the way down to $55,600, start moving up from here, and your confirmation will be then above $58,300, that we are now continuing from here to go back to the upside and that we are not moving all the way down here. But I will show you some other data that actually points to the fact that we go to at least $54,000 before we see any bigger move back to the upside. I know you don't like this, guys. I also don't like it, but we have to live with what we are seeing on the charts. So here on the 12-hourly chart, here is the potential for the stochastic RSI to print buy signal in the next 5 minutes, but I would not put so much weight on that because the overall direction is still to the downside. The MACD is bearish, the RSI is going down, so there might be also here more downwards movement before we finally get a move to the upside. Then you see also here, it would make a lot of sense to touch here the bottom of that underlying support area at $54,000, because here's also the last biggest volume traded area below us before we have almost no volume anymore, as you can see. So, but again, when we come back to the $52,000 scenario, once we are breaking through this here, we could get a quick wick to the downside to 52. That's why I believe that is right now a high probability play that we might see here, just to shake everybody out of the market before we are reversing then to the upside. Because once we are going to $52,000, like I said, people will panic, go crazy, and say all sort of things, and say this is a scam, the bull market is over, So and especially when we are then around the 200-day mark where we are basically going sideways down. On the 1-hourly chart, this would bring us back also in this downward sloping channel here, also here all the way down to the bottom if we are getting this wick. But at the least, like I said, $54,000 would bring us into the middle of it. So that would be also already more than enough on the shorter time frames to get a wick like this, come back out and go up from there. Here is another indication why we at least go to $54,000 for me, and that is here the rest of these low leveraged long positions. They will be all liquidated if we get a move to $53,700, which does make a lot of sense right now with the price action being under the EMA ribbon, having a death cross, and overall direction of the price going to the downside. So taking out this little bit of liquidity that's still left here before we are then finally going to the upside and taking everything else out that we are seeing here on the charts. And also on the liquidation heat map, also here we see the same thing. We see that the liquidity is concentrated down here at $54,000 and only there it stops. Then we have almost nothing until $49,500. So do I believe that we go that low? No, but cleaning up everything up to $54,000, yes, before we then finally get a bounce back to the upside. On the 4-hourly chart with the MDX algo gradient, you see also here the next underlying demand area here in blue goes also all the way down to $54,500. Again, it makes a lot of sense to get this move here to the downside, wick below it, and come back up and then continue to go to the upside from here. Like I said, the wick alone can go down all the way down to $52,000, but I believe that the candle, the body of the candle, will close above $54,000 once that is happening. And it would also put the gradient here on the price action back into green. That means completely reset and ready to go back to the upside. Altcoins will get hammered. And also here, at the total free, we will go all the way down to $500 billion, in my opinion, if we are closing today below $554 billion. And will hit the bottom of this falling wedge pattern, and only from there go back to the upside. And if you are looking for investment entries, once we are hitting here, this level, this is where you can basically buy anything you want because it's at a massive, massive discount. I will not even look at the price. I will just buy whatever coin I want because I know they're like at a 20-30% discount from current price levels. So it doesn't really matter at that point. Of course, not meme coins, shit coins. That's not what I'm buying. Quality projects, utility projects, layer ones, layer twos. That is what I'm looking at when we are getting a move like this. And what did I tell you guys yesterday on the RSI Heatmap for altcoins? This is now on the weekly time frame. Here on the weekly time frame, you see a lot of coins came back here into the green area. And these are the coins that you want to look at to buy right now for investment entries or build low leveraged positions that you can hold over the next couple of weeks. So, but this also means you need to be able to stomach like a 20% move to the downside. So you cannot go crazy with leverage. You cannot trade with 10x leverage on these kind of coins right now. You can trade like with 2, 3, maximum 4x on these kind of coins here that are right now in that green area. And guys, you should not forget, if you're in a pickle right now, like a lot of other people, you don't want to keep losing money in this market, at least not your own money, then go to Bybit, deposit $100, and you still have 13 days then to claim a $500 free airdrop position on all of these coins here, absolutely for free. And you can withdraw the $100 straight afterwards again. So you keep the $500 position and withdraw the $100 again. And you should take advantage of that as long as exchanges, especially in the market period like now, throwing around with money. Because this is not lasting and I don't know when they are going to do it again. So take advantage of it right now with the link in the description below, guys. Now, when we're looking at Ethereum, here I also believe that you get one more chance to buy in that green box here. So also here I stacked up a lot of layered orders in the area of $2,200 to $2,300. And I will be honest, I have actually some, I call them lucky charm orders. I put some lucky charm orders at $2,000. Just in case that we get, for some weird reason, a quick flush and go back to the upside. So here I have, and here I have high leverage on it, I will be honest. I have here a 20x leveraged position at $2,000 if it gets hit, but not with a lot of money. But I can build from there. I can build from there. If it gets hit, I can go then later crazy in higher levels in terms of making the position bigger and reducing the leverage a little bit. So, but overall, I'm still watching this downward sloping trend line to be broken before I will add massively to my Ethereum positions, and you should do the same thing. So if we get a move here into this green box here once again, there you can open a position and then wait for the break of the downward sloping trend line. Otherwise, if we're not coming back into that green box here, just wait for the break here above $2,400 before you open any new positions. Then Solana. Solana, I think, is a little bit ahead of the curve with most of these altcoins currently, because it has on the 4-hourly chart broken this downward sloping trend line already. But here we need now some follow through. And here on the 4-hourly chart, the stochastic is getting overbought. The RSI is going sideways because we are running into resistance. And the MACD is also kind of neutral. So we need here a push at least to $137, I would say, get continuation. But overall, it's not looking all too bad, guys. Not all too bad. And also something that I want to mention, guys, if you want to have a chance to win $500 here twice per week, go to ZoomX. There is a link in the description below. Deposit $100 and you stand a chance twice a week to win $500. I will pull another winner tomorrow and on Sunday once again. So make sure that you sign up on ZoomX, deposit $100 and you stand a chance to win $500. And I can show you here, there are not a lot of people on the list here, you know, so you stand a high chance actually to win $500. So your odds is like, I don't know, we have 9 out of 24. So you have almost a 1 to 8 chance to win here, you know, so take advantage of that. When I look at other altcoins, FDM also holding up quite nicely here in that support, in that demand zone. But here I need a reclaim of the 50 moving average on the daily so that I will get interested to buy here. But you see massively oversold here on the indicators. So there are some signs that we are close, guys. I said it yesterday already. We are so close to get a massive bounce here and a breakout. But don't fall for the trap that is set across the whole crypto space right now with that last final drop potentially coming here. And I don't want to talk more about altcoins, guys, because you can buy more or less anything right now for investment entries. So let's see how the market looks tomorrow. And don't forget, smash up the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification button, and I hope to see you with more money tomorrow then.